You guys were rocking. As in, you guys make me feel special. You guys make me feel like what I'm doing is making sense, and you guys make me feel very appreciated and supported. Hi guys, my name is Fatima Goni. If you're new here and you're seeing my face for the first time, that's my name, and this is my channel. You're welcome to join us. So welcome to the first episode of Unscripted. This is a series where I just post questions for my followers, for my family, my virtual family, and they are going to say their opinion, and then I come here, I read out their opinions, and then I say my own opinion, and it is what unscripted. So I don't have any plans. I have not planned any content. It's just me and what you guys have sent me that are here for this video. So guys, please let's watch this video because I got a lot of responses that were what? Interesting. So if you want to join us for the next episode, make sure you follow me on Instagram at Fatima_Elham. I'll put it here so that you guys can follow me and see what we're doing there, because we are a happy family. So let's enjoy this video. So this week's question is, do you think marriage is overrated? Does money or fame matter? Would you rather marry for money or love? This question I asked because a lot of things are happening in our society. These are our society, these are generations. Things are happening, we're seeing them, and to be honest, we don't want to talk about them. And me, I feel like we should give room for ourselves to say the truth sometimes. So now, listen, just come closer, come closer, come closer. My heart is actually already beating. I'm having tachycardia. So the first response is, as for women, I don't think marriage is overhyped because the respect that comes with it. For me, the person again, for me, I would marry for love because I can't stay with somebody I don't love. This is actually interesting. First of all, marriage is not overhyped for women, she said, and there's a respect that comes with it. On my own opinion, marriage is not overhyped or overrated for anybody. Regardless of the gender, marriage is not overhyped. That's what I think. And marriage comes with respect, regardless of the gender as well. If you're a guy or if you're a girl, you notice that when you go somewhere and you tell people that, oh, I'm married, there's this kind of gesture like they're going to give you. There's this kind of, what's it called? The way they are going to treat you is going to be different. But as for women, it is higher than for men. In my own opinion, I'm not married. I don't know. That's what I think. So as for women, it's more for women than for men. That's what I think.
And then she said, I cannot marry somebody I do not love.
To be honest, yeah, personally, I can't marry somebody I don't love. Because I think it's easier for men to grow love than for women. That's what I think. A man has the patience to live with a woman that he does not love from the start. And you just be like, oh, she's starting to treat me right, and let me just give her a chance and see, maybe we have a chance together. So as for me, yeah, that's what I think. Men, like, it's easier for men to fall in love with women than for a woman to fall in love with a man. Because if a woman does not love a man, that woman can do anything to leave that man if she does not love him. That's what I think personally. That's what I personally think. I don't know. You guys can drop your opinions in the comment section and I'll be there for you people. The second person said, this is a very, very hot topic, in the sense that as Muslims, there's no such thing as marrying for love, because in Islam, love comes whilst you're in the marriage. When it comes to marrying for fame or money and love, we say you don't need fame, but money is needed in a relationship, whether you like it or not. Many couples divorce because of financial issues. So just because you're practicing doesn't mean you should be subjective in terms of money. This is a very, very valid reason. She said, according to her, she said in Islam there's nothing like marrying for love. I'm sorry, I'll have to dispute that, because there's something in Islam that if a guy is interested in a girl, he can go to the father, seek permission, and they'll be given some time to know each other. If he's somebody, if she happens to be somebody that he likes, he can marry her. And if he happens to be somebody that she likes, she can marry him. If she doesn't like him, she cannot marry him. There's something like that in Islam. You should do your research. And regarding the money is a very, very important thing in a marriage. That is something that I wanted to say, but I wanted to read out this thing before I said it. I'm not going to say marry for money, mainly for money, or marry mainly for love, and you and the love of your life are going to be suffering. There is nothing like suffering in my own dictionary. If we're going to marry, we must have something that is going to be giving us food to eat. We must have money to do the basic things. If we want to eat, we should eat. We should be living in a very comfortable, somewhere like a comfortable house or something like that. And we need money to do that. I'm not saying you have to be rich for me to say that I'm going to marry you. No, just have something that we're going to be contented with, something that will maintain us, something that will give us a maintainable lifestyle, something that will just make us comfortable. Because with comfort, I'll be able to love you more, you'll be able to love me more. I wouldn't have a lot of problems to deal with. As she said, you shouldn't be subjective in terms of money. You shouldn't say, oh, this person is wealthy and I'm going to marry the person for the wealth. A lot of people, whether we like it or not, it is happening in this society, and this is something that has caused a lot of people to even divorce. Because after marrying that person, you just realize that this is not the kind of person I even want to cohabit with. I just married the person for the temporary enjoyment. Marriage is not temporary. You are signing up to give up a lot of things, to give up your comfort zone. You're going to start sharing your comfort zone with that person. If you like quiet places and the person happened to not grow in somewhere that is quiet as you grew up, and maybe the person is from a very large family or from a very small family, people are coming together, there's going to be compromise. And if you just notice that I cannot do that, or I cannot start sharing my things with somebody, I cannot be sharing my peace of mind. You can't share anything. If you're selfish, you're not ready for marriage. So do not be subjective in terms of money when it comes to marriage, because marriage is not a one-day thing. It's not something that you can just go into today and say you're eloping tomorrow. You are going to go there and you're going to live with somebody entirely. I agree with most of the things that she said. It was just that love part that I don't agree with. Please do your research, and you can meet me in the DMs. You know yourself. And she said you do not need fame. You don't need fame when you want to marry. There are a lot of people that are married and nobody even knows that they exist, and they are living fine. Some people marry for fame, because that person is a popular somebody, is an icon, people know him and stuff. Oh, I want to marry him or her. For that, big mistake. Okay, she continued. Marrying for love is very dangerous in the sense that you won't always be in love with the person, and it can make you overlook a lot of red flags. So people shouldn't fall into the traps of shaitan. The message in the Quran will remain the same as the years go by. I'm not disputing that at all. And as I said earlier, if those conditions are met, it is not the trap of Shaitan. If it's not somebody that you can like, you know that you're loving that person for the sake of Allah, you cannot marry that person. Just leave that person alone. Islam is a very, very beautiful and sweet religion that it is not going to tell you, it's not going to make things complicated for you. It will make things very easy for you. So, if those conditions are met, like I said before, that, oh, you go and seek permission from the father, and you guys will be given time to know each other, and he comes, he talks, and you people just talk about things that you want in your marriage. And if you see that you're not compatible, because in Islam, compatibility is very, very important. You don't just see somebody today and say, oh, because Islam said that, okay, you cannot have haram relationships, you cannot cut and stuff like that. You just say that, okay, I'm going to marry that person just like that. Nah, Islam is not like that. I still remain on my point. The next person said both. She's going to marry, I don't know if all, maybe for fame, for money, or maybe the last question, would you rather marry for love or for money? Her own is clear. And as a Muslim, marriage is not overrated. Another person said it is the greatest achievement in one's life. It is the society that overrates the weddings and outfits. I would rather marry for love. Okay. In Islam, marriage is one of the important things. It is sunnah. It is not obligatory. It is not obligatory to marry. If you know that you cannot do anything haram, you cannot be sleeping around with people, you just know that you can stay on your own. Stay. Nobody is telling you to marry by force. If you know that you want to marry, find a suitable spouse and get married to that person. And what she said here is very important. The society is overrating the outfits and the weddings. I saw something just of recent where if you're from the north, you know that Anna kind lefe, like they do lefe. There's this kind of I'll look for the definition and just put it here for you guys to see and know. So they are now doing it like an event that they will decorate somewhere and people will come and be looking at the lefe. For what? You see, for one person they are bringing like 40 boxes, 50 boxes. I'm not saying that if you have money, you should not buy clothes for your wife. If you want to do the lefe that, okay, the culture has brought it that you do lefe. Yes, do the lefe. Just do something very minimal. When you marry, you can even buy her the whole world. That is my own opinion. Again, that's my own opinion. So, outfits again for the marriage is overrated. You'll be hearing somebody selling a shwebi for 150k, 200k. Larger. Why? Why do you need a shwebi of 150k for one event? Why? Why do you? That's my own question. Why do you need it? And the weddings, you will for renting of hall Aslm. Some people will rent hall for almost 10 million naira. There are a lot of people outside that have not eaten all. And you are renting one hall for one event. Maybe 1 hour event or 2 hours, highest 3 hours or 4 hours event. You are renting it for 10 million naira. Aside from decorations and other things and food, if you join everything together, maybe like 20 million for reception. That's crazy. That is crazy. And the society has made it that if you don't have those kind of weddings, your father is not rich, maybe they don't like in your house, or your family cannot afford anything. Let me tell you something. You have to know how to prioritize your life. If people are not okay with you living your life the way you want to live it, they should just keep quiet. You don't need to please anybody. The only person you need to please is Allah. If you're doing your things for the sake of Allah and you're trying to please Him, not anybody, your life is going to be a successful life. You don't need anybody's opinion to tell you that, oh, you need to do this event so that people will recognize your wedding. Some people even do events because they want to be on Bella Naija. Bella Naija of what? If you die, your picture will be there. Dancing, singing and everything. I'm not saying that me I'm a saint. I'm just saying it. Be careful of what you put out, because death is inevitable. You're going to die, and everything you do, you'll be asked for. Remember that. And the next person also said both. Okay, so marriage is not overrated. It's just our generation being selfish. Money matters and love matters 100%. Very good point. Said this generation, we need to do better. Oh, I swear, we need to talk to ourselves and do better, because the way people are glorifying money these days is making me I'm like, you can be talking to somebody, and if you now say, maybe somebody said they want to come and see my family members or something, the first thing somebody from your family will ask you is, does he have money? You now say, no, he's just a normal person. You see some people carrying their faces. We've read online, we've seen them. Just of recent, I read something that is very painful and devastating. I'm like, the family members stopped this girl from marrying this guy the time he wanted to marry her because of carrying Leafy. And this girl, for the past 10 years now, that girl have not even seen a sweeter. The same people that said that this girl should not marry that guy, they're telling her to come and marry somebody, even if he has 4 wives, she just settle because she's 32 years old. This thing happened when she was 22. Now she's 32. People should fear God. I swear, we need to fear God. We need to fear God. I've said it all. I've just said my own piece. Another response. To me, marriage isn't overrated. I feel love is life. I cannot marry for anything else. I cannot marry for anything else aside from love and compassion. Aside from love and compassion. That compassion last song got to me. That's really, really nice. Money is important. Let me tell you, you can marry for love. When I say money, I do not mean basic. When I say money, people understand like big money. You get that kind of thing. Somebody can take care of you. The person is a good person. The person fears Allah. The person tries his best to be a Muslim. The person guides you to the right path. He's telling you that this is what is right and this is what is wrong. The person is compassionate with you. The person cares about you. What are you looking for? Marry that person. That is your husband. Don't let him go away. Next response. Marriage definitely isn't overrated to me. And me too. So, yes, I would marry for love that comes with money, because who doesn't like comfort? Oh my God. Obviously, it wouldn't have to be gang money. I love that gang that I said. But it's already like that for the person. Fine. If it's already like that for the person, fine. And I love that person. Fine. Why not? If it's still upcoming for the person too, I see the way the person is passionate about growth, then I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that at all. I love this thing. That passion. There was something I watched. One interview that Waji did that I watched. She said, if you have passion that you cannot monetize, it's not a valuable passion. Because your passion will lead you to success. Your passion will give you food to eat. Your passion will provide comfort for you. And what she said makes sense. So in the case that this person is here, the person is a good person, and the person has money at the same time, why not? I mean, the person is compassionate and he has the passion for growth. The person is willing to grow. The person is striving and struggling and hustling for growth. What are you even looking for again? Marry that person, because like she said, who does not love comfort? I said earlier, if you have something that you give me that we're going to be comfortable with, fine. That is the only basic thing that you should be looking for. You don't need to look for, as she said, gang money. You guys are seeing. Oh, I love you guys already. Okay. The success, fulfillment, and fun of a marriage is highly dependent on the spouse you end up with. Marriage is not a one size fits all. For some people, their choice of a partner and their marital values and even the reason for them getting married are the same things that affect the outcome of the marriage and whether they find fulfillment in it or dissatisfaction and disappointment is their wahala. This is a very valuable point. The fulfillment of marriage, the fun of marriage, it all depends on the person you end up with. No cap. And the first reason for you getting married is that same reason that will either keep you in the marriage or will take you away from that marriage. Bam. No lies. If you are marrying for money, it's either that money keeps you in the marriage or it takes you out of that marriage. If you're marrying for fame, it's either the fame takes you away from that marriage or it keeps you in that marriage. If you're marrying for love, it's either that love keeps you in the marriage or it takes you out of the marriage. So the decision is yours. You have to decide on what grounds am I getting married? What is the reason for getting married? We need to purify our intentions. If you want to get married, you have to sit yourself down and ask yourself, why am I getting married? Am I getting married because of my sexual desires? Am I getting married because of the society? Am I getting married because my friends are getting married? Or am I getting married because I'm willing to get married for the sake of Allah and I'm mentally prepared to get married for the sake of Allah and I'm mentally prepared to accept everything that comes with that marriage? Ask yourself, when you're able to answer all these questions, then you know where you're heading to. Some people say, who marriage help? Oh, me marriage help me. If you don't help you, help me. That's it. I would rather marry for love. Oh, that's very good. Very, very good. She did not state any further reasons. She just said she would rather marry for love. And it's very straightforward. Somebody said, I would marry based on common aspirations. I will marry for love because money is temporary. Okay. First of all, love can be temporary too. Love is not permanent. I believe nothing is permanent in life. Money is not permanent and love fluctuates too. So it's not permanent. Here you get. And aspirations. Yeah. Aspire to be great. If you have the aspirations to be great and you are willing for us to grow together, let's marry and just grow. If we're not going to stay in one place, then what are we waiting for? We can grow financially, spiritually, physically, mentally together. Then it's time for us to tie the knots. Another person said, I will always choose love over money. Yes, money is important, but love is the most important. Yeah, love is the most important. And money also is important. If you have something that you're contented with and is going to provide you comfort, voila, you are good to go. If I don't have someone that loves me, I'm sorry. It's just the way the question started. If I don't have someone that loves me, I'll definitely choose something else. The fame mechanism is a must. Money or fame or whatever doesn't matter when it comes to marriage, but earnings matter. Finance matters. I mean, this defense mechanism that she said, oh my, it's making sense to me. Oh my God, if you don't have somebody that loves you, you're going to marry and you're going to have a defense mechanism. Wow, you'd have just chosen that defense mechanism for me because I'm here thinking, is it love or fame? Is it money or fame? But I just think it's money because why not? Yeah, you have a point. We have different opinions though, but for me, yeah, I don't think, even if you have that defense mechanism, I just want to be happily married. I don't want to marry somebody that I know marriage will buy me comfort to do me money will buy me comfort to do a lot of things for me, but money is not going to buy me that true happiness. Somebody cannot be the source of my own happiness, but I should have somebody that will add up to me becoming happy and thriving to be happy every day. Do you get what I said? And she said finances matter. They really do matter, because if you don't have the means, you're going to suffer. Okay, marriage isn't overrated. Money matters. Very straight to the point. Marriage is not overrated, and money matters in marriage. If you have earnings, it matters. Now, this is a very, very interesting response. Marriage is a little overrated. Money over fame. I would marry for love. Marriage, she said marriage is a little overrated. I have to think. Okay. Marriage is a little overrated. That's our own opinion. All opinions are welcomed here, and I'm welcoming your opinion, my love. If marriage is a little overrated for you, it is okay, but for me, it is not. Money over fame. Yes, girl, money over fame. Who fame? Money over fame. And she finally said, I would marry for love. That's good. Good thing, my girl. And the last one is, the person that said both earlier came and elaborated. Money is still important, but I love wallah. Love never gets old. Tell me about it. I swear. Guys, if you see older couples and them, the way they are showing love to each other, you just be like, hey, God, I beg. Love never gets old. Yeah, it doesn't. I can see, I have it in my life. I can see it in my parents. We're not talking about them today, I beg. Okay, and love is sweet. I love love, she said. Yeah. It's nice to love somebody for the sake of Allah and get married. That's just it. So you guys have heard my opinions, and I'm actually happy that I filmed this video. I just hope that you guys find it very, very interesting. And let's see ourselves in the next episode of this series, because the way it is starting, it is hot. Once again, my name is Fatima Boni. If you're new here and you see my face for the first time, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Make sure that you show this particular content to your family, your parents, anybody in your life. And make sure you follow me on Instagram so that you can post your own opinions, and I'll be here to read them out. And I'll see you guys in my next video. It was nice meeting you all today. Enjoy this video and give me your feedback. Bye.